Hey, hello. Hello. It's cold. I'm dressed in everything I think I own. Leggings, trousers, top, another top, shawl. I've had the heating on. Hi Rosie, hi Lizzie. It's blooming cold, Lizzie. I'm flipping cold. Oh, I've had the heating on, but you wouldn't notice. Hi Nathan. Glorious rainy day. It's blooming awful. I'm fed up. It's rained all week. It has not stopped raining every day this week. And I don't mean just rain, I mean absolutely bouncing. Yeah, we've had hailstones. Hailstones. We've not had any sleet, but I'm not surprised. As my dad would say, it's too cold to snow. He always used to say that. It's warmer when it snows. And I think he's right. If you wonder what that noise is at the moment, I've got me microwave heat pad in the microwave. It'll stop in a minute. I came in here and I thought, oh, flipping cold. I thought I'm going to get my heat pad. If you see me keep looking that way, I'm just making sure that mouse doesn't come back. I've stuffed the gap with a load of supermarket thick bags. So I'm hoping it can't make its way through them. I've got homemade mouse traps, but they only arrived about an hour ago, so I haven't had time to do anything with them yet. Oh, God, it was awful seeing that mouse. It's made me nervous now when I go in a room, I'm like that, looking round. Oh, I hate the things. Oh, dear. Ah, there's my heat pad. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep. Oh. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Oh, I've not had this shawl on for years. In fact, it smells a bit fusty, actually. It needs washing. But with it having fringe on, look what happened to it last time I washed it. My fringe went a bit weird. It really needs hand washing when I can, hang it on the line to dry. And you put it in the machine, the fringe gets all mangled up. Oh, but it's warm, it's thick, it's like chunky. Some of it's James C. Brett marble chunky, and some of it's other chunkies, and some of it's double knit done double. I made it out of oddments, and everybody's liked it. When I wear it, everybody goes, "Oh, I love your shawl." And it's just really not my colours, but they're being greys and beiges, but it does go with everything. I'll say that. Oh, I'm wearing velvet tonight. I've got black velvet on, black and red velvet, red beads, black velvet trousers with leggings underneath because it's so cold. Oh, hang on, my heat pad's not in the right place and it's burning me back. It's better. It has slipped right down. Oh, that's better. Feeling a bit warmer now. Oh, so how are you all going on? Apart from Lizzie with her sleet and Esther with her rain, and I don't know about Nathan. It's been awful, awful. I haven't been out. I actually ordered some groceries from Iceland. I don't mean the city or whatever, the country. I mean Iceland, the frozen food shop. Because I couldn't be bothered to go out. It was so awful. I tell you, if Prince Charming had knocked on my door, I would have said, no, thank you. Can you come back another day when it's sunny? Unless he had a heated car seat and we were going somewhere nice. But by the look of it, there was nowhere nice in England. I don't think anywhere. Oh, it was terrible. There's just no end. And all I can keep saying is the weather forecast is saying when we're going to have snow. And I'm like, oh no, please. But we don't really get snow here because we're so close to the sea. Apparently, it's the salt in the air that keeps the frost away and keeps the snow away. But that doesn't mean to say, it looks massive, that. Doesn't mean to say that it's not cold enough, because it blooming is cold enough. Oh dear. Get me pottery. As usual, it's vintage, you know. I know I drive everybody potty. But there's not many nice patterns that I actually like, any new ones, you know. A lot of them are big and baggy and floppy, and I don't like them, yeah. Right. One treble in the first treble while we're doing that. Oh, I can't read it. Need my eyes testing, obviously. One chain, miss 3 treble. 2 treble, 2 chain, 1 chain, 2 treble. Right, okay. One chain, miss 3 treble. Oh, dearie me. So what are you all doing tonight? I'm doing my crochet. What are you all doing? Watching the telly? Doing nothing? Hi, Julian. Watching the telly, doing nothing? What are you all doing? I can't sit and do nothing. It drives me potty. Right. Into the next treble. 1 chain. Miss 3 treble. Oh, gosh. This wool is splitting, and it's not usually. It's Stylecraft. It doesn't usually split like this. It's very splitty. It's Stylecraft special. And it's splitting. It's very unusual for them. Freezing, yeah. I've got a velvet top. I've got a velvet top again, and I've got my shawl on, and I'm still cold, and I've got my heat pad on my back. It's lovely weather for Eskimos, maybe. I don't know. Eskimos, yeah. Eskimo. Oh dear. Maya, last week I watched one of the ladies I watch. And, oh, you're painting a small desk. Okay, well, can you come and paint me doll's house when you've done that, Mimi? Yeah, I was watching a lady last week, and she'd been to, I think it was Iceland. I mean, the place, Iceland. And it was absolutely snowing and everything. And she was there. She went to see the Northern Lights, and she did see them, actually. My son and my daughter-in-law went, and I don't think they managed to see the Northern Lights. Apparently they don't always show, you know, if it's not good weather. Sometimes you go there and you can't see them at all. And I don't think they did. You're crocheting Christmas coasters. Woohoo! I've got my wreath. It's only a little cheap wreath because it rains so much. I'm not putting an expensive one on my front door. So I've just got a little cheapy one. If it gets sopping wet through, then it doesn't really matter, does it? I mean, there's some absolutely beautiful ones with real leaves and everything, but you know, you're talking £40, and they'll either blow off the door here or they'll get soaking wet through. So I thought, no, I'll just get a cheap fake one. It is pretty cheap as well, but never mind. It's the thought that counts, isn't it? Yeah. La la la, Christmas time, mistletoe and wine. I haven't got any wine, I've just got a Coca-Cola. Does that count? I'm not a lover of wine, to be quite honest with you. Not even mulled wine. You know, some people go mad at this time of year, don't they, for mulled wine. But I'm not really a lover of it. What's that drink where they used to stick a red hot poker in it? If Sham was it, she'd know, wouldn't she? It'd have to be a nice clean poker though, wouldn't it? You wouldn't want one that'd be poking the fire. So stick that in your drink. Ooh. I can't remember what it is that you put a poker in. As I say, Shan used to be a barmaid, so she would have known. Like a hot toddy drink, isn't it? Well, mine's, you know, it's like a wind tunnel, my driveway. So I'll be lucky if that stays on the door, to be quite truthful. It'll probably finish up in Blackpool somewhere. So if you see a little tatty wreath floating in the sea in Blackpool, that'll be mine. That's why I didn't want to spend a lot of money on one. I mean, I'd love one of those real ones. I mean, they're gorgeous, aren't they? But hey ho, it'll do. I'm still not feeling Christmassy. I was going to get my Christmas tree, but it's raining so much. I've only got a few steps to my garage, but I've got to unlock the door, and it's a bit of a beat to unlock. So by the time I got it unlocked, I'll be soaking wet through unless I have and I can't have my umbrella and try to wrangle with the door lock. And then I've got to move my scooter out to get to where the Christmas tree is. So I'm waiting for a dry day. If that ever happens, I'm waiting for a dry day. And then I can take the scooter out so I can get to the Christmas tree. Sweet stout, is it, that you put a poker in? I presume it's a clean poker. I don't like stout. When I had my son, they used to try and get me to drink Guinness or something, was it? Or Mackeson's. I don't like it. It was supposed to give you strength. They don't do it now, of course. But it was supposed to give you strength back, you know, after you've given birth. But I didn't like it. She said, you can have a Guinness. And I said, no, thank you. I don't like it. I didn't drink back then at all. And the woman in the next bed said, you should have said you wanted it. Then I could have drunk it. Because they never offered it to her. I think they would have noticed if it was her drinking it and not me. My mother used to try to get me to drink Guinness as well. Only after I'd had my son. I don't mean all the time. She didn't encourage me to drink, you know, not like that. It was an old wives' tale. It was supposed to help you after childbirth to drink, you know, stout or something, yeah. That always reminds me of Minnie and Ina. What was the other one called? Minnie, Ina. Yeah, there was Minnie Caldwell, wasn't there? Ina, Martha. And they used to drink stout in the Queen Vic, yeah. Well, no, it wasn't the Queen Vic, was it? The one in Coronation Street. Hey, Sophie. It's been a long time since I watched Coronation Street, so I don't know. Queen Vic was the one in EastEnders, wasn't it? Rover's Return, that's the one, Nathan, yeah. I haven't watched Coronation Street for so many years, I'd forgotten. It was a better programme back then. It was more realistic and it relied more on characters rather than stupid storylines. I mean, now the storylines are so implausible, aren't they? There's that many murders and God knows what. That wouldn't happen on a real street. I know they think that's what we want, but some of the storylines are just ridiculous. I stopped watching it because it just got silly. You know, as I say, when Ina and all of them used to be in it, Mr. Papadopoulos, yeah, and Annie Walker and all of them used to be in it. It was more believable then. Now it's too far-fetched. It's like silly. I don't watch it anymore. I haven't watched it for years. Do, 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 do. That's what's missing on it. We can't have any music because if we put music on, you got lost in YouTube land. Well, what can I say? I do when it's the people that I like and they're doing vlogmases, but a lot of the people, I get fed up with them. You know, when they're all opening these advent calendars, they've obviously got more money than sense, haven't they? You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, stop bragging. Stop bragging about what you've got, yeah. It annoys me. Right. I wish they'd tell me how many patterns I've got to have. And they don't. You know, I like it when it says at the end of the row, you know, you've got 14 repeats or something. I like it that way, but this one doesn't. Put my glasses on and have a little read. Right. Repeat from dot to dot dot, ending at the last repeat on top of the 3 chain. Oh, right, whatever. Whatever. Whatever the weather, whatever the weather. Eh? One treble into the space between the first 2 treble. They're telling me to end. Oh, this is stupid. They're telling me to end with 1 treble, 1 chain, 1 treble. And then they're telling me on the next row to put a treble in between the first 2 treble. Really? Really, O'Reilly? Oh, really? Follow your own. Follow your own designs, Jan. Follow your own designs. La 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 la. Here we are again, happy as can be. You're discovering knitting patterns, yeah? Oh, I hate modern knitting patterns. They're always top down and they're always on circular needles, which I don't like. So it gets me down. Not interested, as they say. Hi, Isin. Everything I look at, I think, oh, that's pretty top down. Oh, that's nice, top down. No, I don't want top down. I want pieces. If you don't get top down right, they look like a penguin because your arms are, if you make your raglan bit too long, oh, no. Yeah, I like old patterns. I really do. The only problem is if you're a big girl is they tend to stop at a small size. You have to scale them up or. And I didn't find that green pattern, the one that I was making in the green sparkly. I've looked everywhere, online, all over the place, and I can't find it anywhere to buy. I did find one that was for sale on eBay, but it had been sold. So that was it. I've looked on the Serdar site, it's not there. I've looked on Etsy. Well, I briefly looked on Etsy. I didn't go the whole way through it. Because when you go on Etsy, you get down a real rabbit hole, don't you? You find yourself drifted onto all sorts of things when you go on Etsy. You finish up buying patterns you never even thought you wanted. Luckily, the vintage ones are only about £1, aren't they? So I'm only wearing a shawl today. I've not got any crocheting on. I've only got velvet on today. I've just got a shawl made with big granny squares, done in chunky. Hi, Enid. So I'm not wearing any crochet today apart from my shawl. Should be wearing something warmer than this. But I'm not. As I say, it is not my colours at all, but everybody likes it when I wear it. But I just made it out of oddments. I had bits of chunky. And I just did granny squares. It goes to a point at the back here. I've got another one in white with all colours of like maroons and pinks on it. That has been on every holiday abroad I've ever been on. It actually still smells of suntan oil because I can't get the smell of it out, even though it's been washed a few times. Can't get the smell of the suntan oil out of it. Lost Souls Crochet. I saw a pattern today. It's on a tutorial. I don't know who it was or what it was. And it's cats. And it looks like proper cats. It's a shawl, I think. It's not that usual one, where it's rowed with cats. It's not that one. This one is like proper little cats. But I can't remember whose pattern it was. Oh, definitely wearing a hat makes you warmer, yeah. I won't go out the doors without my hat on. I've got no hair, though. I've got thin hair. And I can't be doing it if my ears get cold. I get earache at the drop of a hat. Drop of a hat. I have to cover my ears. Some of the hats, they just go above your ears, and I think, what's the point of them? Hat's not a hat unless it covers your ears, is it? When I was younger, I used to wear those Baker Boy. I keep doing that. It's because I've got a rough piece on my front tooth, and I keep doing that with it. I noticed it on my last video. All I kept doing was playing with my tooth with my tongue. But that's what it was. It's because it's a rough patch. No, I don't wear one inside. No. I have been known to put my hood up on my hoodie. That cuddly thing. But I don't wear one in the house, no. I can remember in the old days, old dears always used to wear the hat in the house, yeah. Yeah, they always wear one. No, my favourite thing is my heated throw now. It is so warm. The trouble is I usually fall asleep underneath it. No, I don't usually wear my hat indoors now. And I can't wear those headbands. I look like Rosie the Riveter. Doesn't suit me. Some people look great in them, don't they? Those headbands and, those headscarves where they tie them and they have a little bow on the top. Just look ridiculous. I mean, they would be great if they suited me because they keep your ears warm, don't they? But they just don't suit me. I've got about 6 in my drawers. Not my drawers, my chest of drawers. But every time I put one on, I go, No, not really. No, it's a very thick throw. It's very plush. It's grey. Oh, God. Grey on the top and white underneath. Grey, my least favourite colour. I thought I'd ordered an orange one, but obviously I clicked on the wrong thing and I got a grey one. But it's lovely and warm. But it's very thick. It's about that thick, honestly, it is. No, electric blankets are generally flatter. This one's thick fleece. Because I didn't get a cheap one, I got a really expensive one. Because my friend who had one that broke down, she got a cheap one and it didn't last 2 minutes. So she said to me, don't get a cheap one, get this one. So I took her word for it, and it's absolutely, even when you switch it off, it still stays lovely and warm. I don't like electric blankets on my bed. I don't know why I don't like them. I never have. I'd rather have a hot water bottle. I keep looking for that. I'm hoping it's gone. I'm hoping it's the only one I've ever seen. I'm hoping it's took the off and gone. Well, I've not got, well, touch wood, not got bad heart as far as I know, so I wouldn't know. I must admit I'd not heard of it either, Mimi, but I shall stand corrected. And I had a woman come in the shop once and she said, can you turn your electric till off? I went, no. She said, I've got a pacemaker. And I said, oh, does that mean you can never go in a supermarket or anything? I said, I've never heard of that. I said, are you sure you've got that bit right? Yeah, she wanted me to turn my electric, the till off in the shop. I said, no, I'm not doing that. She said, well, I can't come in then. I said, well, I'm sorry, but I'm not turning the till off. I thought, I've never heard of that. I mean, everywhere you go, there's tills, isn't there? Every shop you go in, it's an electric till. Yeah, she was quite insistent. She wanted me to turn it off. I thought, no. I said, well, I can't use it if I turn it off. I said, I've got customers in. Oh, you saw my necklaces. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm wearing a red one. It's because I'm actually wearing red and black velvet, but I'm so cold, I've got it covered up with a shawl. No, I must admit, Dottie, I've never heard of that. Yeah. That's what I'm doing now, but I'm finishing my green off. I'm actually on to the band. It takes me forever, ever. It's a V-neck, as you know. So that's a halfway. So I've got to do the rest of it. I've got to do the rest of it. I've done the button bit. So this is what I'm doing. It's on a teeny weeny hook. So I'll plod on with it and do a bit more. Hopefully I might get it. I've sewn the rest of the cardigan up, but I can't put the buttons and the button band on yet. Tra-la-la-la. Anybody else have to crochet bands like this? I usually do the bands the other way. You know, you go round and then you crochet them that way. You're wearing two tonight, yeah. I don't know. I mean, luckily I've never had to have a pacemaker or anything like that, so I wouldn't know. You know, I can't be an expert on it because I don't know. I can't say, oh, you can't do this, or oh, you can do this, because it's just speculation on my account because I've no idea. If I'm ever unfortunate enough to ever need one, I'll let you know. I'm eating these. These are gorgeous. They're white chocolate inside and dark chocolate on the outside. My friend bought them for my birthday. Well, amongst other things, she bought me that handbag. Not used it yet. It's too posh. I'm not using it for every day in the rain. Ooh, not ruining my leather handbag. Yep, little ball. Ooh. Got white chocolate inside. They are lovely. And I shouldn't be eating these because I've got my diabetic appointment. Yeah, I don't know what you can and you can't do. As I say, I'm not expert. I don't know anybody who's got one. Oh, they're lovely. If you like chocolate, get them. Lindor they are. I'll probably get shouted at because I haven't been good at all. I've been really naughty with chocolate. I've got this yen for chocolate at the moment. It'll subside, I hope. I go through phases. I'll want chocolate, and then I'll just go right off it. And then I won't have any for ever in a day. But I'm just going through the I want chocolate stage. If it was horrible chocolate, I wouldn't want it, but these are gorgeous. Yeah, I've got the doctor. Not this Monday coming, the Monday after. And then on the Tuesday, I've got my diabolical nurse, yeah. Well, my bacon's in the freezer because, as you know, I'm having trouble with the fridge. He's supposed to be coming this Wednesday coming, so hopefully he can sort it out. It is working, my fridge, sort of, but only if I turn it up too high, which in other case must be nearly freezing. It's actually working a bit, but I won't put anything in. I've got milk in there because I have to. But apart from that, I'm not buying anything for the fridge because I don't want it to waste my money, you know. things going mouldy. So I won't take my bacon out of the freezer. My bacon's in the freezer. I normally like bacon on a Sunday. I mean, I could go to the shop up the road and they sell just four pieces of bacon in a tiny little packet. I mean, that wouldn't have time to go off, would it? But if it's raining, I cannot be bothered going out because I have to take me, my little push along thing. It's only like a block and a bit. I'm not getting my scooter out just to go that block. So I take me rollator, what do they call them? Shopping trolley. I take that when I go there. But my hip's still not right. I can't put my weight on it, so. Yeah, I need to get hold of Age Concern. I need a rail, by my front door because I've got a really high step. And I'm scared to death of falling down it. I have to hang onto the door frame while I get down it. And I'm always frightened that the door will swing to and catch my fingers in the hinge. That's happened to me in the past years ago. The door kind of slammed to with the wind on my fingers. Oh, that was painful. Now I've got a chest freezer. It's rammed to the gills because obviously I can't put anything in the fridge. So everything that I buy, I just put it straight in the freezer now. The last time I had anybody come to assess me, they told me I needed this, I needed that, I needed the other. And I said, oh, that's great. When are they bringing it? And she said, oh, no, you got to buy it. I thought, oh, really? Thank you. Yeah, everybody else I know gets things for free. I don't know. I must look wealthy or something. Well, it's a different council here, isn't it? That was Berry Council. She said, oh, no, we've no money. She said, you can try again next year, but I never bothered. I just bought myself the bits I needed. Have you ever noticed, though, if anything says disability on it, it's twice the price of the same thing? I mean, I wanted a bath, I had a bath at the time, and I wanted a bath seat so you could sit on it and swing your legs over and get in the bath. The disabled ones and the Motability ones were a heck of a price. And yet I went on an ordinary site and they had one there for a fraction of the price. And it was exactly the same. As soon as they put mobility, disability, the price goes up. I mean, I'm after a ramp at the moment for my little folding scooter to get it down the step. But oh God, are they expensive or whatever? Oh, my old street. I'm still on the WhatsApp because I'm nosy. Oh, 7 police cars outside Rudy's, wherever Rudy's is. I haven't been in Prestwich for 4 years, so I don't know where Rudy's is. It's probably a new pub or something. Yeah, look at this lot. A message to you, Rudy. I'm struggling with this. It's so tight on my fingers. And this, with it having metal in the wool, it's cutting a groove in my finger. Yeah, a message to you, Rudy. Bit of reggae. That's what's missing on here. We can't have any Christmas carols or anything because YouTube flags you for music. Even when you think you've picked one that's free, you can get done for it, yeah. I got one of mine flagged because I'd gone to see a parade, and as the float went past, it was belting out a music, as it went past me, and I got flagged for it. They told me to take it off. I thought, oh dear. It was about a 30-second blast, it was, honestly. Hi, Cindy. Hi. Hello. Yeah, I'm on my lives most Saturdays if you're around and about, yeah. 9 o'clock if you're in the UK, and I have no idea what time if you're in the US. I need Chris to tell me that. But then in the US, you've all got different time zones, haven't you? Such a big country, isn't it, really, the US, that you different time zones wherever you live, yeah. You're in the kitchen, right, okay. Are you making us anything nice while you're in the kitchen, Cindy? Are you making us all some, I don't know, brownies, biscuits? What are you making us? That reminds me, you'll always find me in the kitchen at parties. Oh, thank you. I always have my necklace on, as Shad will tell you. Wouldn't be me without my necklace, yeah. Raisin toast. Oh, right. Yeah, I like a bit of raisin bread. I need to throw my scones away. I didn't eat them, and they've probably gone funny in my bread tin now. And that's the trouble with me. I fancy things, buy them. There's always like 4 scones in a packet, and I'll eat 2, and then I forget about the other 2. My nieces were, I think they had Barbies and not Cindy's, yeah. I think it's past that now, Dottie, because they've been in the bread tin a week, so I should have frozen them when they were new, yeah. That's the trouble when you live alone. Everything comes in packs of 4 or 6 or something, and you might fancy them, at the time, and then you forget about them. They've been in the bread tin about over a week now. They'd probably be stale as anything. I've only ever made bread. Everybody in England, do you remember the bread shortage? When was it? Probably in the 80s, 90s, I don't remember. There was a shortage of bread for some reason or another, and I had to go at making it. To say it was a disaster is putting it mildly. I discovered I'm no baker. You could have used my muffins for a doorstop. They were like bricks. Oh dear. And my loaf of bread was not much better either. Yeah, if you remember, oh God, I've forgotten her name now. Kelly. Kelly made her own bread all the time. Everybody's going crazy over this sourdough bread, and I don't like it. I don't like soda bread either. I don't like soda bread, and I don't like that, whatever they call it, sourdough. And yet everybody's going potty over it. I'm making sourdough bread. I just don't fancy it at all. Is it supposed to be good for us or something? Yeah. Oh, I don't like that. That rock hard brown solid bread. It looks like it's stale already, doesn't it? I bought one once. It was like, boom. It weighed a ton. Somebody said, oh, it's nice. God, it was awful. I couldn't chew through it. It was like it had already gone stale. I keep doing that. That tooth is rough. That's why I keep doing that with my mouth. I noticed it on my last video. All I kept doing was that. I've been using a different toothpaste, and I think it's took the surface off the front tooth. Every time I hear a little noise, I think, no, it's not got through the barricade, yeah. Oh, I don't like avocados. Oh. We went out to breakfast one time and my son had ordered it. And I thought, oh yeah, poached egg. And it came on avocado. Oh. They taste oily to me, avocados. It's like eating olive oil. I don't like olive oil. I don't like olives either. I'm weird, I know. I'm just not keen. No, I got this toothpaste that's supposed to be whitening toothpaste. 3 days you're supposed to whiten your teeth. Didn't work. No, I don't like olives. They taste weird to me. I don't like green ones or black ones. I know when we went to Greece, every time you have a salad or every time you have anything, it's always got olives stuck on the top of it. There's me ticking them all off. My friend who was with me saying, give them here, I'll eat them. I said, well, take them off my dinner before I, eat my dinner then, if you want the olives. My son likes those stuffed ones, yeah. Well, they stuff them with some are stuffed with cheese, aren't they? Some are stuffed with peppers. Oh, they're all horrible. It's good if I don't live in the Mediterranean, isn't it? Because they eat loads of olives over there, don't they? I don't mind olive oil to cook things in, but I don't like olives. Yeah, well, I'm lactose intolerant. I have to have lactose-free milk. Well, actually, I don't use milk much. I only use milk on my cereal. But coffee and stuff like that, I don't have milk. So it's a nuisance when you go out anywhere, because if you want a milkshake and you say, have you got anything other than cow's milk? And it's always oat milk or something like that, or soya. And I'm like, no, I hate the taste of soya. A lot of yogurts these days are made with soya and stuff, and I can't eat them. I don't know. It just says lactose-free, my milk, so I don't know what it is. All I know is it doesn't upset my stomach, so whatever. I used to take that, what's it called? Not acidophilus, but acid, oh, what do they call it? Little tablets, acid something or other. I used to take that. It's supposed to counteract the effects of, yogurts and things, yeah. No, I'm not that bad. I don't have to have a... It just upsets my stomach if I drink cow's milk. And it's funny because I was brought up on it and I drank it all the time until I was about 75, yeah. And then suddenly I became lactose intolerant. Weird, isn't it? How you suddenly get these whatevers when you never have it all your life. You think you'd be born with it or you'd have it all your life, wouldn't you? Yeah, I've always had cow's milk. I used to love milk. I used to drink it by the bottle, the glass. It must be something within you that changes the way you process food or something, yeah. I've not got any... I mean, I don't like nuts, but I'm not allergic to them. I just don't like the taste of them. No, I've been fine. I've never had any allergies at all until I was about 75. And you're thinking, where the heck has that come from? I mean, I've had IBS for years, but I mean, the milk didn't affect me IBS until recently. If I could find the trigger to my IBS, I wouldn't eat it, but there's no trigger. I've kept food diaries, I've kept all sorts of things, and there's no trigger. I can eat one thing one day and then I can eat it another day and it triggers. But milk does trigger. I'm only asthmatic if somebody's wearing strong perfume. And those air freshener things that puff into the air, those plug-ins that go every now and again. They set me off. But it's mostly perfume that sets me off. I'm wearing my CK1. I like that. I like very, very light scents, like that, just slightly. I don't like heavy ones that people take a bath in, yeah. One of my favourites of all time was Chanel No. 5, but who the heck can afford that these days? And another one I like is Penhaligon. They're the perfumiers to the Queen, or they were. And there's one called Quercus, and it's about £120 a bottle now. So I won't be having that. But it is gorgeous. Penhaligon perfume. Terribly expensive, yeah. Yeah, Chanel No. 5. I used to use that all the time. I had the soap, I had everything. But that was before I was married, when I had money. I don't think I've bought any since I got married. I went in Boots's Chemist, a massive one in Manchester, with my niece. And she said, where are you going? I said, I'm going to squirt in that Chanel No. 5. 4 7-Eleven's nice on a hot day. It's very sort of cooling, isn't it? Yeah. My mum had youth dew. Oh, God, that is terrible stuff, that. I still order youth dew. I used to hate it. We used to go in. There was a place called Kendall Milnes. It's gone now. It's another store now. And every time you went in, they used to squirt you with perfume as you went through the door. And I'm like, no, 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 I'm allergic. Yeah, last time I went in Boots, I went to the Chanel No. 5 and this assistant looked at me like I was going to steal it, yeah. I thought, would they notice if I put the sample bottle in my bag? I think they would. I like aftershave more than I like perfume, actually. Except Brute and Lynx. Oh, Lynx is vile, isn't it? It reminds me, and Brute, it reminds me of all the guys I didn't like and dated in the 80s, 70s and 80s. Well, I've seen the fancy perfume bottles. I mean, you must be paying for that bottle. They're like daisies and God knows what, aren't they? You know, the actual perfume inside's probably half the price of the bottle. I used to like the Body Shop because they used to um, pour it into little plastic bottles in the Body Shop. So you weren't paying exorbitant prices for all these fancy glass bottles. Yeah, allspice. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, daisy and all that. I used to hate that daisy perfume advert. When that there used to be three girls, and one of them was a coloured girl, and she had no bra on, and her boobs used to be going like that on the advert. And I thought, oh, put her in a bra for goodness sake. Daisy, Daisy. Yeah, you've seen that advert where there's three girls, isn't there? And they're running along, and one of them has no bra on. Oh, boobs are going every which way. Not a nice look. They start now, don't they? The adverts for perfume, hair dryers, those Dyson ones that cost about £200 for a hair dryer. And I'm like, it's a hair dryer, for goodness sake, yeah. You don't need one that costs £200. It's a hair dryer. I know my niece was looking at one in Boots's chemist, and oh, it was hundreds of pounds. And I knew she had a Dyson, you know. So I said to her, well, when you buy one of them, I'll have your Dyson. She went, no. I've just got one of them brushes, you know, that you brush it dry. Not that I can style my hair, as you can tell, but never been any good with hair. Some people have just got away with it, haven't they? You know, the shh, shh. I mean, in the past, I've bought them curling ones. I've bought all sorts of things. I've given them all away because I could never use them. My hair's that thin and flimsy that it won't curl. But that Daisy advert, yeah, it's horrible, isn't it? I don't like Charlie. That reminds me of the dinner ladies. That Jean, she says, "Can you smell me, Charlie?" No, I can't. I've never been able to style hair. Some people can. I've just got flimsy, flimsy, dropsy hair. It doesn't matter how many products I stick on it. It doesn't do anything. I got told by a hairdryer one time, she said, your hair's in beautiful condition. She said, there's only one thing wrong. She said, I can't do a damn thing with it. She said, but if I was a, whatever they call them, a trichologist or something, she said, I'd say your hair, well, not now because I bleach it, but back in the day, she said, I didn't do anything to my hair. I didn't perm it, I didn't colour it, I didn't do anything with it. And she used to say to me, your hair's in absolutely beautiful condition, but I can't do anything with it. I used to be walking around with a bottle full of lacquer on my head trying to make it stay. I'm no good with tongs. My tongs don't do anything. I gave mine away when I moved. I thought, oh, I'm keeping all this. The only thing that works with me is the good old-fashioned heated rollers. If I put, well, you can't get it now, but if I put setting lotion stuff on and heated rollers, I stand a chance with that. Yeah, I need a wig. I'm sure I'm going to need a wig before long. I'm going to ask Dolly Partner if she got any spare. Or any of the funny girls, in Blackpool, if they've got any wigs they don't want. Yeah. There used to be some, I mean, we're talking about Kendall's in Manchester. They used to have a department there that sold proper wigs. I don't mean the cheap synthetic-y things. They used to sell proper wigs and they were nice, yeah. Hi, Helen. But round here, it's all them synthetic-y stuff things, And in Manchester, it used to be, the like African type shops because they use a lot of wigs and weaves and extensions and stuff, don't they? So those were the wig shops in Manchester. They weren't what I call proper wig shops. There must be some somewhere because what about people who've had cancer, They get proper wigs, don't they? So they must get them from somewhere. Not them cheap and nasty acrylic-y things, yeah? They look so shiny, they're not real, don't you? I want one that looks real. I want one that nobody can tell. I mean, Paris has got some wigs, my mannequin. But they're only the cheap ones, yeah? Yeah, I mean, the Afro girls, they use weaves and things all the time, don't they? I mean, a West Indian lady that used to come in my shop, I mean, she's what, 90 now. She lost all her hair through straightening it, and using them permy lotion things to straighten her hair. She finished up with a big bald patch right in the middle of the back, yeah. So she wears a wig now. I mean, somebody said to me, why don't you have those extensions put in? But I'm scared it'll pull what little bit of hair I've got out. I don't want it, to weaken my hair. And sometimes you can see, because if they haven't been done right, you can tell, can't you? You can see where they're clipped on. Somebody that I know wears a topper. You put it on top of your hair, and I just need a full wig. I'll be wearing one of Paris's soon. But they're awful wigs. I tried them on one time just for a laugh. Oh, God, I looked awful. They weren't the right shape, size, whatever. There we go. I remember when I was a teenager, the next door to us, we had a shop, we lived above the shop. Next door to us was a green fruit shop. And one of the brothers, he used to wear a cap all the time. And my dad said that's because he's bald, yeah? Anyway, there was a knock on the front door one night, and this bloke said to me, "Can I use your phone?" He said, "Only they've forgotten to lock up next door." He said, the doors, they've gone and left the door open, at the green fruit shop. He said, "I need to ring them." And I'm like looking at him like that. And I didn't know whether to let him in or not. Anyway, my dad come to the front door and he went, "Oh, hiya, Trevor, come in." And I said to my dad, "I didn't know that was Trevor." And he had this fantastic wig. You could not tell it was wig. But apparently, even back then, when I was a teenager, which is a long, long time ago, he'd been to London and got this made for him by the people who used to make, for the film stars and things like that. And he'd paid £300 for it back then. But you could not tell it was a wig. He looked great. I didn't even know it was him. I'd only ever seen him bald with a hat on. Yeah, if I come on wearing one of Paris's wigs one night, I've got to do my roots actually. They're really bad. My niece usually does them for me, but she won't see me now until Christmas Day, so I need them doing before then. So this should be funny because I can't do my own roots. I start off doing them at the front all right, but I can't do around the back. Do, 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 do. Well, have you got your Christmas trees up, everybody? I haven't. I've just all I've got so far is I put some little stars on my unit there. That's me one bit of decorating I've done so far. As I say, all my decorations are at the back of the garage, and I've got to bring my scooter out to get to the back of the garage. So there was no way I was bringing my scooter out in all that rain today. Yeah, he's at the back. Well, you can see it's at the back. It's all going, it's grey. I don't want to be grey. Too vain to be grey. I want to be white like my mum. She was this beautiful, very pale silver grey, my mum. But mine, unfortunately, it's not. It's that horrible dark salt and pepper stuff. Which I don't like because it's very aging. And I know I'm 80, but it's very aging. And I don't want to be aging. Doesn't do for my image, does it? Oh, I wonder where Chris is. He's late to the party. Must be making his tea. Or unless he's stuck in that queue like he was last week when he took something back to the shop. And he was stuck in the returns queue. Yeah, my niece normally does it for me, but she's booked up between now and Christmas with things she's, goes to and Christmas things she does and things they do at school and stuff like that, so she can't come. Hi there. Hi, T Fox. It's not Mimi, is it? No, it isn't, is it? Yeah. Is it? Is that you, Mimi? People keep changing their names. It's you, Mimi. I thought it might be. And I'm like scratching my head thinking, who's that? Who is it now? Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know what happened to it. It disappeared. It never arrived. I've only ever lost two things. Somebody sent me something when I was in Fleetwood that never came. But I've been pretty lucky apart from that, really. Usually everything arrives. I did, yeah, I lost a parcel at Fleetwood. Did you trace it? Did you track it? You have to be a foxy lady, do you? You just want to be a fox, don't you, Mimi? Oh, Janet, finish your stitch off properly. There we go. Oh dear, still not got anywhere with it. Just look at this long band. Looks like a tie, doesn't it? Those Slim Jim ties that the lads used to wear back in the 60s. I always track things. It doesn't cost that much more, but when I used to send things out, people used to try it on. You know, they wanted their money back after I'd sent them out a cardigan saying they hadn't got it. And I'm like, well, who signed for it then? And they're like, oh, I'll have to ask my son if he signed for it then. And then they'd come back saying, oh, terribly sorry, it had arrived, but my son didn't tell me. They just try it on. This is why I always track everything I send out. Yeah, I'm using the same equipment, so I can't understand why the volume was low on the last video I made. Yeah, that wool's disappeared, hasn't it? You wouldn't mind if she said she'd sent it and it's got lost. At least you know where it is then, don't you? I mean, every time Jeanette opens a parcel and it's all like raspberry coloured and that, I keep thinking, is that Linda's wool? I'm doing the band, you know, that cardigan I was doing. I've done it all and sewn it up, but I'm making the band. It's very boring. It's done in double crochet or single crochet if you're in America, yeah. And it's on a very tiny hook, so it's taking me forever. So I thought, well, I'll do it while I get, you know, when I'm talking to people, because then it won't seem quite so boring, will it? I put a marker in where it's halfway, or where I've measured it to, yeah. Yeah, it's ice yarn that I can't get. Well, I can get it if I want to pay import duty, postage, value added tax, and God knows what else. But so ice yarn, yeah. He's probably got squashed. It's Mimi, Mimi, Mimi. I was going to start singing. Da 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 da. Mimi, are you the one? Where's that from? Mimi. It's from musical, isn't it? Somewhere. I'm very good at half remembering things. My son used to say that to me when I was singing. He said, "You haven't got such a bad voice, Mum, but I wish you'd sing the right words." Yeah, they all looked, they're all very raspberry coloured, aren't they, what she's made for Jeanette? Yeah. I don't like the ones that Craft House Magic's opening. They all look pale and washy. They're like beiges and colours, aren't they? They're all washed out. Yeah, she's changed her handle. It's a Mimi. Like some of the other people, she was getting a bit of harassment. So one or two people have had to change, their channels and that, because I can't understand what people get off being nasty and what have you got. What do they get out of it? Do they have some sort of sick sense of humour that wants to annihilate people or something? Are they just that sad people around in this world? I mean, most of the big guys have had harassment, haven't they? One of them, was it Ross or somebody that got a load of trouble? There was one guy who used to do socks and he got harassed and harassed and harassed. And he finished up, I think he closed his channel down. It's really horrible. I just don't know why people do it. I really don't. If you don't like a person, don't watch them. It's quite easy, isn't it? You don't have to. I mean, there's a load of people I used to watch that blooming annoy me now, but I don't say anything. I don't start harassing them. I just don't watch them anymore. That's the only thing to do. It's like if there's a program on television I don't like, it there's an off switch, isn't there? Change channel. There's lots more things to watch. Well, some people have to change their name because of what happens to them. It's just a sad world. Because you don't have a channel, you don't know what harassment some people get. And they get personal, some people are really horrible. They think they've got a God-given right to hide behind a name and call you all the names under the sun, and you're supposed to think it's. Yeah, I won't go on Ravelry because of that. The Ravelry forums, the snarky comments you get on there. Nasty, nasty comments. Because I use acrylic, they think you get nasty things about children can burn to death with your cardigans and stuff like that. And I'm like, what? I just don't know why they think they can say that to you. Would they come up to you in the street and say that to your face? I don't think so. So I stopped going on Ravel. I don't even post anything on Ravelry anymore. I only go on to look for patterns now. At one time, I used to go onto the forums, and have a discussion with people, but no. I soon gave that up. And I stopped going on a lot of lives because of that. No, I haven't posted anything that I've made for years now. It's not worth it. You just get harassed. And I got fed up with people saying pattern. They don't say, do you have a pattern for that? Or can you tell me the number of that pattern? They just go, pattern. And I said to one woman, you could ask me for a pattern, please, or ask me, do I have a pattern? And she went off on one because I said it was rude. And the number of people, can you send me a free link to the pattern? I go, no, it's in a book. And a lot of the times I use vintage patterns and I'll say, well, you won't find it, but I'll tell you what the number is. And then they go mad because I won't send them a free copy of it. And I'm like, no, it's copyright. I can't do that. The designer has taken ages to do a pattern. Yes, I know some of them are expensive, and I balk at paying like £8 and £10 for a pattern when you get it, it's very badly written. I do object to that. It's usually these young designers that charge that much. They have these followings, and they think they're, God's gift to crochet, don't they? But, but I won't break a copyright. I won't. And they'll say, oh, well, it's in, Doris Chan books. And I'm saying it's in a book. And they go, I can't afford a book. I said, I'm a pensioner. I've managed to afford it because I wanted it. So I said, sorry, if you can't afford it, then you don't want it. Well, then they get nasty. Well, you could just photocopy it for me, couldn't you? I went, no. I said, Doris Chan's put a lot of work and effort into doing these patterns. So you should do her the courtesy of buying her book. But I only want that one pattern. I don't want the rest of the book. I said, well, maybe I didn't. Maybe I only wanted that one pattern. Oh, God, yeah, the number of people who say it's their own design. These young designers that come on, and they're like in their 20s or something, and they design this thing, and I'm like, oh, my God, I made them in the 60s, That is not your design. You see these kids, don't you, in their 20s, like making a heck of a lot of money on YouTube. And it's all things that they have designed. I think you haven't designed it. That was around in the 60s. I've got vintage patterns in the shed, exactly the same as what you've just designed. As my mum used to say, there's no such thing as new fashion. It's just old times with vinegar on. It all comes around. And they come on like they've invented the wheel, don't they? Well, we both know somebody who does that, don't we, Dotty Dolly? But we're not saying anything on here. You got a free colouring book. Woohoo! Yeah, somebody pinched one of my photographs and put it on Pinterest. And then they said the pattern was free. And then I got this woman having a right go at me. I said, well, I didn't put it on Pinterest. I said, it might be my picture. I said, but I never said it was free. I said, it's from a paid pattern. And she goes, well, you shouldn't put things on Pinterest and say that they're free if they're not. I went, I didn't put it on. It's not my name. Somebody had nicked me pattern, made a picture and said the pattern was free. It wasn't. It was an old vintage pattern. Somebody once stole my videos. I mean, I don't mind if they give me the credit for them because people watching them then. Not that I ever earn any money off my videos because I don't very little. But when they put them up and say that they're their videos, it's me. There's all sorts of things go on. It's usually the young ones that try to say that they're their own patterns. But the thing is, because they're young, they've got a very, very big young following. You know, anybody young doesn't think that I can crochet anything trendy because I'm old. But hang on a minute, just because I don't wear it doesn't mean I can't crochet it, you know. I may not want to wear it, I could make it for you, you know. But because I'm like old, they think, oh no, I'm not buying off her, she's an old bid. I'll buy the same pattern for $10 off this young girl, where I'll give it up for free, you know. But I can't do tutorials. I haven't got the equipment. You know, you need the overhead camera stuff, you know, that can do your hands. And also, I mean, most people who do tutorials say that they don't make much money out of it, yeah. Oh, yeah, you have to be careful. You don't tell anybody what you're thinking of making because they steal your idea and make it before you. And then all of a sudden it looks like you that's copying them. Yeah, if I'm making anything, I keep my mouth shut until it's finished. Not that I make patterns, I don't. I wouldn't know how to write a pattern. I write a pattern out in the way that I understand it, but because I crochet UK, people in America wouldn't understand me at all because I call it a treble and you call it a double crochet. And also I can only do one size, the size I'm doing. I can't do, you know, different sizes, you know. Like something I'd made from a pattern, and a lady said to me, can you scale the pattern up to a 5x? I went, no, it's not my pattern. She said, well, can't you do it for me? I went, well, no. I said, I suggest you write to the designer and ask her if she can scale it up to a 5x for you. And she goes, there's no need to be like that. Ooh. Hi, Sandra. Yeah, I'm not in the business of writing patterns, especially scaling somebody else's pattern up that's written it. It's a copyrighted pattern. Oh, I'm getting there now, getting there. Yeah, I know I annoy a lot of people because people say, do you have a pattern for what you wear? And I'm like, no, it's here. And I don't write it down. I should keep a book, and I keep saying that every year, like my New Year's resolution is to keep a book and write down what I've used, what wool I used, and how many balls of wool it took, what hook I used. You know, not write the actual pattern down, yeah? Just Oops. I did sub to it last week, Mimi. I did. It was Enid, Itching for Stitching, that got a colouring book. See, I remember these things. I've still got a mandala book. I can't colour it in. Can I, heck? I bought it when I had my carpal tunnel done and I couldn't crochet or knit. No, I should write it down. When I did knitting on the knitting machine, I used to have a book and I used to write everything down. How many stitches I'd cast on and everything like that. How much wool I'd used and how many rows I'd done. And I don't know why I don't do it for my hand knitting or my hand crochet. But I never have. And the daft thing is, when I got rid of my knitting machine, is I threw all the books away. So now, when I get my machine sorted out, my friend's going to help me set it up. I've forgotten how I put the ribbon on. I know it'll come back to me. It's like riding a bike, isn't it? But it must be 20 years since I actually knitted on a machine. And I'm looking forward to doing it again. I bought a pattern the other day. What's it called? I can't show you because I haven't printed it out. Fairy Lights Advent Shawl. It's one that I think Davina's doing it. And it's all done in different coloured rows, but it's more solid together. It's not like lacy. And as you know, I got given 2 big bagfuls of odd balls by the ladies at the knit club because they know I do shawls for the elderly. Yeah. Yeah, I joined her last week. She went up by 1 by me. I wonder where Chris is tonight. He's usually here by now, isn't he? Christopher, where are you? I know where Val is because she's been on holiday. She's on her way back from Llandudno. So that's where Val is, if you're wondering where she is. And would you believe the weather's been nice in Llandudno, she said. I think she went in that nice wool shop, you know, the one that Amora went into. There's a really big wool shop in Llandudno. Llandudno. Yeah, Llandudno. Got to do a review Welsh. And I used to live in Llanfair Telhan. Say that when you've had a few. They call it Llanfair TH now. Llanfair. The sign for the village was bigger than the village. I rarely eat sausages. I only like the cheap ones. I don't like the flavoured ones, you know, the ones with apples and stuff like that. Llanfair Telhan. It's in between Llanrwst and Llansannan. It's near Abergele. I lived there for a year when I was 7. Never spoke a word of Welsh. Yeah, it's near Betsy Coed. Yeah, I played with all the little Welsh girls in the village and never spoke a word of Welsh. I don't know how we got on, but we did. Somehow they understood me and I understood them. And at school, I sat next to a little black guy called Patrick. He was Irish, would you believe? Little West Indian boy. And he used to translate the Welsh for me for the lessons. Oh, Betsy Coed, yeah. It's Betsy Coed. It's like there's a lot of W's in it and stuff. It's a very nice place, actually, Betsy Coed, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. We were the only house in the village that had a television because there's no electric in the whole village. There was no electric. And we had a generator. So we were the only people who had a light that wasn't an oil lamp. So the little kiddies used to come up to the window and look through the window. We had to draw the curtains, otherwise we'd be watching our telly through the window. Oh dear. Not that there was much telly on in those days, because there was only one channel, I think BBC. Because I was only 7 at the time. So that would have been 1952. We came back to England just in time for the coronation, which I think was 1953, wasn't it? We had a tiniest little television. It was only 9-inch screen. So I don't know how the kids outside could hear it. Your dad was born in 1952, yeah. I was 7, I think, then. 7. I'm nearly there, got that much more to do. And then I probably have to crochet a bit more on, because I always miss whatever. I was born in 1945. Just after the war. The war had officially ended, I think. It was VE Day and VJ Day, and I can never remember which one was which. But we still had rationing when I was little. I love watching those programs on YouTube. Yeah, technically I'm a war baby, although I wasn't born in the war. I was conceived during the war. I'm a baby boomer. I'm not Generation Z or Y or whatever they call it these days. I'm a baby boomer. Back in the days where there was 42 kids in a class. Because there were so many kids born just after the war. It must have been hell being a teacher back in the day with all those kids in one class. We always had to ask. It's not because my mum and dad were mean, it was just that everything was on short supply. Like you couldn't just go, like kids today just go and get a bag of crisps or just go and get a chocolate bar, don't they? There was none of that because everything was rationed, so you had to ask before you took anything. And it wasn't like, my mum wasn't mean, but she could have that apple planned for a dessert or something like that. So you always had to say, you know, is that apple free, or can I have the apple or something? Yeah. That's a thing for the war, that. It's not anybody being horrible. It's a hangover from when you couldn't get things. I mean, kids today just go and anything that's hanging around, they just eat it, don't they? You know, they don't ask anything. But we always had to ask. It might have been part of dinner, and we've eaten it. We did better than most because, you know, my dad was a butcher. So we always had something. It wasn't best cuts of meat by any chance. We ate a lot of tongue because nobody wanted the tongue and stuff like that, and tripe and all kinds of weird things. Liver, we ate. Can't stand liver now. Yeah, every weekend it used to be, oh, not tongue again. I still can't look at tongue. But we just didn't have money for meat or chickens or things like that. You know, Sunday roast was something that was now and again. It was like a special event when we had a Sunday roast, you know, lamb and things like that. You didn't have that. I don't ever remember having a turkey. I think we only ever had a chicken. You know, Christmas Day we didn't have turkey. You know, people think it's strange, but there just wasn't the amount of food. It's no wonder everybody was slim. Hello, somebody's sending me a message. Who be it? Who be it? Oh, it's Sarah. She did a craft fair today. Oh, blimey. She's showing her stall. Gosh, she's got loads of stuff on her stall. She's there with her son. She did really well. But she's been making lots of tiny things, you know, that only cost £1 or two. So she's done very, very well. She's been making like crochet cactus and things and flowers and positive potato, whatever they are. The little crochet potatoes with sayings on them like, you are magnificent, you are whatever, yeah. Sarah, my friend, she doesn't come on here. She's not on. She's my friend in real life, if you know what I mean. I used to do craft fairs with her, but then I never sold anything, so I gave them up. But Sarah makes lots of little fiddling things, you know, to have no patience for. She got a load of little plant pots from Temu, and she crocheted cactuses and flowers in them. No, she said she's done really well today. It was the Christmas. Oh, nearly done. It was the Christmas fair at the church. Oh, I've done. I've done. I probably haven't done, but I'm not fastening off. I shall leave it until I pin it on. Yay! Oh, I'm so glad to see the back of that. So I've sewn the rest of the cardigan up. Yeah. So I've got one ball and a bit left over now. What shall I make? It'll probably go into a shawl or something. I've got part of a ball of the purple left that I used for that knitted cardigan, and I've got part of the green left, so it'll probably go. You're going to cook your sausages, right? Oh, I'm cold. I'm cold, I'm cold, I'm cold. So I shall go back to the mustard one now that I started today. Dolly, you're being shouted. Oh, I'm full of stories. I tell you, I've lived long enough to have loads of stories. Yeah, I'm fed up of being cold. I find it so difficult to get out of bed in the morning because you know it's going to be cold. Because my heating's not on a timer, I've got to physically get out of bed and switch it on. And I'm like, oh God, I'm so warm in bed, I don't want to get up. And then I'm lying there thinking, why do I have to get up? Where am I going anywhere? Is the Amazon man coming? Yeah, Michelle, my belle. Solimo. In other words, these are words that go together well. I've got the record somewhere in the garage. All my Beatles LPs are in the garage. I've got nothing to play them on, but they're still in the garage. Not all of them. Most of my LPs got thrown away. But my son did keep a box full. What, Michelle Mabel? Yeah. Son les mots. Yeah, these are the words that go together well. I can't remember what the rest of them are, but that's what they mean. You can tell I did O-level French, can you? I'm having another sweetie. They're nice, these. You ever get a chance to get them? Lindor milk and white truffles are really nice. These are what make me eat chocolate because they're so nice. If it's cheap chocolate, I don't like it. I got some truffles with that plant that my sister-in-law sent me, and they're horrible. I've put them in my bag to take to the library on Monday. See if anybody likes the chocolate that's not as fussy as me. I've always been fussy about chocolate. When I was little, chocolate was a great treat. But if anybody bought me an Easter egg and it was cheap chocolate, I couldn't eat it. I used to give it to my cousin. My mother used to say, oh, you're so picky. My favourite Easter eggs of all time was there used to be a baker's, and it was on the high street in Norton, and they used to make the Easter eggs, and they used to write your name on in icing. And I always wanted one of those. Anyway, one year my auntie bought me one. Oh, it was lovely. Michelle, yeah. What one of my boyfriends used to sing to me was reggae, and it was "Hey Fatty Bum Bum, Sweet Sugar Dumpling." Not very nice, is it? Oh, I love Thornton's. I still got the other chocolates. I haven't eaten them yet. Those Hotel Chocolat. My friend keeps saying, have you eaten them yet? And I'm like, no, they're so pretty. Just keep looking at them. I maybe eat them at Christmas. Yeah, I used to like Thornton's. You know that special toffee that they used to break up with a hammer? I used to always get some of that when I went to town, Manchester. Treacle toffee and special toffee. I mean, it's not the same now. They do it in wrapped up. It's not the same. Oh, I love me reggae. I've got about 20 CDs of reggae. I used to go to the carnival in, yeah, that hammered toffee. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah. I used to go to the carnival in, well, Moss Side. It's Alexandra Park now. They tried to make it sound posher than Moss Side. And they used to do a reggae parade and carnival every year. I used to go. Gorgeous jerk chicken and rice and peas is my favourite. Funny, I can't eat curry and yet I can eat jerk chicken. I love jerk chicken. One of the girls I worked with was West Indian, and her mum used to send me sometimes some leftover rice and peas and jerk chicken, and she used to bring it from me in a little container. Now I've got, like I say, about 20. I've obviously got Bob Marley, John Holt, got loads of them. I can't think who sang that Hey Fatty Bum Bum. It goes on, it's not because you're so big and fat. Don't believe I'm afraid of that. Never let your big size fool you. What a sweet boyfriend he was. I don't like Indian food. I don't like curry. I don't know what there is. There's a spice in it. I can eat Thai curry, but I can't eat and I can eat West Indian curry. But there's some spice that they put in. Well, it's not Indian food. It's never made in India, is it anymore? It's made by usually Bangladeshi or Pakistani. When they call it Indian food, it isn't. My Indian friend used to get quite upset. Oh, Thornton's toffee, it's gorgeous, isn't it? You can get it online. Nearly broke my tooth on it. I didn't break my teeth on it, by the way, when I broke my tooth, but it comes and it's solid as a rock. You can buy it on Amazon, but you have to buy 6 bags. They don't sell 1 bag. And it is in chunks. It's not wrapped up. It's in chunks, the one I bought. But all the shops closed down, didn't they? Because there used to be one in Bury I used to call in. They only sell online now, or they sell in the supermarkets. There's some of them. My Tesco used to have it. I usually treat myself to a box of chocolates, by Thornton. But I bought the wrong one last year and it had dark chocolate in it and that, oh, no, I didn't like it. I'm not a lover of dark chocolate. Oh, I love licorice, yeah. Not licorice all sorts. Has to be just licorice. don't like that chalky, licorice salsa. It's that white chalky stuff. I can't bite into it. Sets my teeth on end. So I like the licorice sticks, Pontefract cakes. Love them. Ooh, something creaked. I'm hoping the mouse went out the way it came in. You mean the steel drums? I love the steel drums. I love hearing them being played. Oh, the Guns of Never On. They reggae'd everything, didn't they? Every song has a reggae version. Take the ribbon from your hair. Shake it loose and let it fall. They did a reggae version of that. Night nurse. Yeah, I've got a scar. I've got a sort of 4-box things of scar. I had a lot of West Indian friends when I lived in Manchester. It's very cosmopolitan in Manchester. I'd lived here in Fleetwood for a little while. Remember it was just after lockdown when we came here. And I kept thinking, there's something missing. Something missing here in Fleetwood. What is it? Nobody of colour, unless you went into the Indian restaurant. I mean, I'm used to them being, on my street, around the corner. I'm used to them being everywhere. I went back to Manchester and like the shopping centre. It was like the League of Nations. And I said to my friend, I'm home. I'm home again. I said, Fleetwood's too white. Yeah. I'm not used to that. On my street alone, I had Asian, I had Chinese, and I actually had an Eskimo living on my street at one time. I had African. Yeah, I had all of them on my actual street. Yeah. I think we've got one black guy that lives near here, and we've got one black guy that works on the dustbins. We were talking the other day about sewing tins. About, we always kept the proper tins. I mean, now they're all in cardboard, aren't they now? But when you got sweets and that, they used to be in proper tins, didn't they? And then the chocolate boxes with the padded tops on, with the, you had a seam, didn't you? Cottage seam. It had a big satin ribbon across when you bought a big box of chocolates. Licorice advent calendar. That sounds nice. Yeah. I didn't buy any advent calendars. I don't mean, wool ones. I can't afford them. I get a bit, not naffed off, but I'm never quite sure whether they're sort of bragging when they come on and they've bought about 5 or 6 of these. And I'm like, why do you want all those 20-gram skeins? What are you going to do with them? apart from, buying. What do you do with them? And they're all like, oh, these are gorgeous. Oh, these are lovely. And I'm thinking, what the hell are you going to make with them? Besides a shawl. To me, it's kind of like, I don't know whether it's me, whether it's just me being awful, but it's kind of like a bit of a one-upmanship into, look at me, look at me, how many advents I've got. And I mean, they're like hundreds of pounds, aren't they, these advent calendars? I mean, if I was having an advent calendar, I'd want 100 gram balls, you know what I mean? Or at least a 50 gram, so you can make a pair of socks with them, I wouldn't want 20 grams. What good's that to man the beast? Oh, there you are, Chris. We were just saying, where were you? You're as bad as my friend. She went to the doctor's on the wrong day the other day because she thought it was a day different to what it was. I love different cultures, yeah. I love finding out about them. I said to one, oh, the weather's terrible here. Don't mention it, Chris. It's horrible. Cold, wet, and miserable. I mean, I said to one person one time, I said, I hope you don't think I'm being rude when I'm asking you all these questions, like about your food and your religion and that. And he said, no. He said, I wish more people would, actually ask questions rather than just judge. Yeah, if I want to know something, I will ask. And most people are not offended because I'm not asking them to be nasty. I'm just asking them because I'm curious. Like I had a very long discussion with my Sikh friend and I'm saying like, what is your religion? Please tell me. I don't understand it, so I would like to know. Well, so we had a very in-depth conversation about his religion, which I thought was nice, yeah. Leggings look good if you've got nice legs and you have a very long sweater. And if you're not fat, sorry if you're fat, but leggings are not for the fat. Especially when they wear a short sweater and they bend over. Not a pretty sight. Has to be a long sweater, Dolly, to cover up your BTM. The only ones that get away with short ones are, girls in the teens and the 20s. But I wish somebody would tell the fat lasses around here not to wear them. Especially in the summer with a crop top. Muffin top is not the word for what hangs out in between. I often think, do you not have a mirror? Do you honestly think you look good? I know, but it's not a good look, is it, Chris? What I don't understand is people who've got about 40 different projects on the go. And I'm like, how can you do that? Oh, I try not to look. Going round Fleetwood is a joy. Fashion police. That's all I'll say. Especially if they're cheap leggings and they're showing the knickers through them. No, I watch people and they're opening a project bag and this is this and this is that. And some of them, they haven't touched them for months and I think, what's the point? What's the point? You know, if you've not used or knitted or crocheted on any of these projects for months, what's the point? Just frog them and, like, leave it or finish it, you know. Yeah, well, I used to live in Oldham and there was very, very strong Polish and Ukrainian. Yeah, I love different religions. Hearing about what they worship and what they eat and what have you. Yeah, it just bores me when they just keep opening these project bags with things in, and I don't want to see socks for the 19th time that they haven't. I've done 2 rows on this sock, and I'm like, well, finish the bloody thing. Oh dear, I am sick of this cold weather, and it's not even December yet. Oh, it is, yeah, just about. We've not even got winter yet. Not that we had much summer last year. When I went to Berry Market, it was like taking my coat off. It was that warm over there. You go inland and it's much, much warmer. The seaside is only nice in the summer, if we get summer. Well, we used to have the Polish used to, oh, a lot of the canals have got problems because they do lock maintenance during the winter. And like the people who live on board, they can't go places because they can't use the locks. I mean, that boat lift, it's been out of, now it's not even going to be finished until next year, the end of next year. Anderson boat lift. So people are stuck on that river. That girl I watched, she had to get a crane and take her boat off it to get back onto the canals. Yeah. I'm kind of old fashioned, I think, Mimi. I always like to make a bit of an effort, you know. I don't like scruffing about in a pair of joggers, yeah. It's my generation and it's the way I've always been. You know, I don't feel comfortable. I know it sounds stupid. I don't feel comfortable in so-called comfy joggers and stuff, yeah. Yeah, they do all the maintenance on the locks, so a lot of people are trapped because they can't get through the locks if they're being closed down for maintenance. I mean, obviously they do the maintenance during the winter, don't they, when the holiday makers are not on the canals. But it's a bit hard for the people who live on their boats because they can't get from A to B anymore. You have to make sure you know which bit of the canal you want to be marooned on, you know. I mean, my friend's daughter who bought one, she's still in the marina. She hasn't moved. She's had the boat about 2 or 3 months now, and she hasn't moved yet. She just lives on board. But you have to pay quite a lot of money to stay in the marinas. But the marinas are ideal, really, because you've got all the facilities there, you know, for your water and your septic tank and everything like that. When you're out on the waters, you know, you've got to make sure you've got fuel. You've got to make sure you've got Wi-Fi and stuff like that because she works from the boat. So if you're in an area where there's no Wi-Fi, she can't do her work. Yeah. So at the moment, she's still in the marina. Oh, my outside plants are all gone except for me. My trees, I think, are just about holding together. But my plants have all gone. The outdoor ones. The indoor ones are fine. But the outdoor ones, now they've gone. They've washed away. I'll have to start again. It hasn't been the weather to even go out and empty the pots, you know. They're full of weeds. All the flowers have died, yeah. I'll start again in the spring. The backyard looks a right mess because it's full of dead things in plant pots. But I won't go out when it's raining and cold and that. I just won't. No, I put it in the garage. My friend's husband said he'll do it for me, but with all the bad weather we've had and all the high winds and everything, he said the best thing to do is to leave it until the spring, and then he'll assemble it in the spring for me. My wooden greenhouse, yeah. It's the same with me tap. I've got the money to get me outside tap, but everybody's saying don't do it now because it could freeze over. I wear leggings underneath my dresses and underneath my trousers because I wear them for the warmth. It's sort of like wearing tights, except they don't have feet in. But I normally wear boots. I've got some new boots actually. I haven't even tried them on yet. They came yesterday. I bought myself some new boots. I thought they were red actually, but they're maroon. They've got a zips down both sides. Well, I think they've got zips down both sides. Oh, that zip's not opening. Oh, that's great. The zips are not opening. Oh, that one has. Oh, that one's just a pretend one. That's a pretend zip. That's the one that opens, the one on the inside. Yeah, that's the kind of thing I wear. I have to have flat ones. But my red ones, I thought these were red, but they're not. They're maroon. My red boots are getting a bit And my brown ones have cracked all across the front. I wear boots all the time because I can't wear shoes, you know. I mean, I'll wear these boots with a long, because I wear long skirts, I don't wear short ones. All of my clothes are floor length, so I wear boots all the time. Sausages. Remember that dog that used to go sausages? That's showing me age, isn't it? Yeah, that's funny. That zip there is only for pretend. I thought it didn't open. Yeah, it was a dog, wasn't it, on the telly? Yeah, I should have cleared all mine, but I didn't. It's never stopped flipping raining for months. Spit the dog, that was it. Sausages. No, it wasn't spit the dog, was it? No, spit the dog, you squash. I thought it was a real dog that used to say sausages. Oh, I think I'll stay in bed tomorrow. Oof. What have I got now? No catchy name crochet. Yeah, but I've got a pair of purple ones coming, but by the look of it, they won't be purple. They'll probably be maroon or something. No, this was it wasn't an English dog, but you know. I've got Doc Martens that lace up, but they have a zip as well. You don't have to undo the laces, thankfully. But they're knee length. They're black with red roses embroidered on them. I'd like some short Docs, but they're quite expensive, Doc Martens, so it won't be a while before I have another pair of Docs, yeah. I wear shoes in the summer, but I always wear my boots in the winter. But my brown ones have cracked. You know how your foot bends? They've cracked all the way across. So I need a new pair of brown ones next. Yeah, I got them before I lost weight, and one leg I could only zip the zip up part way, but now I can zip them all the way up to the top since I lost my weight. It was on that slide. Oh, I wear boots all the time. I love my boots. I'm not a fan of big boots that look like Wellingtons, you know. I only like the short boots. Everything I put on the drive is like a wind tunnel. Every plant I put on the drive dies. I've got a dead tree in it at the moment, and then my two little conifers are dying. I don't know what there is about that. It's like a wind tunnel. Everything I put there dies. So I think I'll just give up putting things there. No, still keeping my eye on where the mouse was. It's not there. It hasn't battled its way through the plastic bags yet. Well, Gilly are Scottish, aren't they? Because that's a Gilly is who works on like the moors or whatever they call them in Scotland. That's a Gilly. And I know what brogues are, so I would imagine it's what the Gillies wear. Yeah, the landowner always employs a Gilly, doesn't he, to look after the pheasants and the God knows what, yeah. I used to watch that. Was it called Lord of the Glen? It used to be a TV series that came on a few years back. Or the Laird, did they call him? I'm sure you used to watch it, Linda. Lord of the Glen. Susan Watts it used to be in it. What was she called? She was really pretty. She used to play his mother. And then him that was in The Good Life, he was the laird, wasn't he? It's 9 degrees here. And it's blooming cold. I watched somebody the other day, they were in America, and they said, it's really cold here, it's freezing, it's 58. And I thought, that's summer over here. Really cold. No, 9 degrees C. I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit. I don't work in C. I don't even know I know it's cold, I think. I only work in Fahrenheit. I don't recognise C. Well, it must be 40 something then if it's 9 degrees here. We think 70. Hotel California. Never been to America. I won't do now. I couldn't do that flight. It's too long. Monarch of the Glen, that was it. Susan Hampshire. She was so pretty, wasn't she? Yeah, I used to watch that all the time. When my cousin emigrated to Canada, first time they went by boat. It took weeks. Weeks to get to Canada. Yeah, do you remember those coats of arms that you could buy? I think Ian bought one for his dad. They're not real. They're just like paper ones, aren't they? Well, there is a Carruthers town in Scotland. Our Ian's got a picture of him standing underneath the road sign. It's one of those places you blink and you go through it. There's about 6 houses. It's very small. 12 degrees. Yeah, it's 9 here, whatever that is in English. I don't understand centigrade, yeah. The only sailing song I know is We Are Sailing. What's 9 degrees C? 9 C in Fahrenheit. 48 degrees Fahrenheit it is here. Oh, God, do you remember the big freeze? When was it? Was it in the 70s? It was so cold. I think it was the 70s, wasn't it? The big freeze. Or was it the 50s? I can remember having to walk to work through all the snow. We weren't wimps like today's kids are. We used to have to go to school in all that, and we never even wore trousers. You had your welly bobs on and your little skirts. We never had tights or anything. Your legs used to look like corned beef. And the lads used to wear shorts. You couldn't wear long trousers until you were a certain age group. When you think about it, we must have been blinking hardy creatures. And getting up in the morning, and windows would have, because they were single glazed, the windows, they weren't double glazed. There was no central heating, and the windows used to have ice on the inside. And my dad used to take a penny out of his pocket and put it on the window to make a little peephole. I'd like to live further down south where it's warmer. Or more inland, you know. People always want to come and live at the seaside, and I don't like it. It's not a place I would have chosen. I hate the sea. I like sea when you go abroad, and it's beautiful blue sea, and it's gorgeously warm. I don't like this sea. It's mucky, full of sewerage, and it's horrible, yeah. No, not really. No, they still squawk. They sit on the roof opposite and squawk their heads off. I don't think they go anywhere for the winter. I wish they'd emigrate, like quieten down for a bit. That's something other people like. Oh, I love the sound of seagulls. It's always people who don't live here. Oh, my ball of wool just came to a sudden end. Oh, I'd like to be inland. When I went to Bury, it was degrees warmer because I wasn't by the sea. It's blooming freezing being by the sea. And you get the waves lashing over and the sea foam and the wind. The wind is awful off the sea. Well, that was a bit nasty of it, wasn't it? Oh, the seagulls would drive you potty. When I lived in Prestwich, it was beautiful. Little bird song used to live in my hedge, if you remember. And used to twitter and sing and everything like that. And here, all they do is squawk. Wah, wah, wah. You think, oh, shut up. I wake up in the morning, that's all I can hear. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, where's the middle gone? I always work from the middle of the ball. So I was quite distressed when it just suddenly came to a sudden end. And now I can't find the middle. I'm going to have to take a bath lump out to find the middle. Oh, gosh. There we go. You wouldn't love them if you lived with them, Dottie. They are annoying little bees. And they swipe your butties and they're ravaging your bins and the vultures. When we put our bins out, they lift the lids up and start rummaging in them or knock them over. I didn't realise how big they were until I came here. They're huge. They're like eagles. I'm cold, I'm freezing, absolutely freezing. Yeah, I love my boho spirit. It fluffs up, that's the only trouble. It's not the best for washing. But I love the colours. I'm a boho spirit girl. I've still got some in the shed, but I still got some pale green and grey. Why did I buy that? Obviously, I must have bought it when I was making things to sell, because it's not me at all. Pale green and grey is not me at all. It'll probably get used up in a shawl for somebody. Right, I found the middle. I've got a big pile of wool on the floor, but I found the middle. I don't think we've got oyster catchers. I think we've only got seagulls. I've used a lot of different colours, and most of them I've sold. I've got the two brightest ones, the carnival and, that one I did, that hexie. I did white and carnival. I want to do one with black and the bright, either the carnival or the, what's the other colour? Not reggae. I live about a mile inland, that's all. You know where I live. Plagued with seagulls is not the word, yeah. I wouldn't mind living near warm sea. Or I wouldn't mind living in like a fishing village, where the sea is interesting. But here it's just flat, there's no cliffs, there's no scenery, there's nothing at all. It's just sea. It's just boring sea. If you live in a fishing village, there's something to watch. Or if you live near cliffs, there's something to watch, But here, no boats to go past. They don't go past here at all, the boats. They've all stopped. You see an occasional yacht going by, that moors up in Fleetwood. But that's only on a nice sunny day. and you can see the ferry sometimes out at sea. But I thought, oh, I'll be able to look out at sea and I'll be able to see loads of boats. No boats. No, my neuropathy makes me cold. I've got socks on. I've got socks on, leggings, trousers. I've got a t-shirt on. I've got this top, a velvet top on, and I've got this velvet top on as well. And I've got a shawl on, and I'm still cold. I won't be warm until I get in bed with a heat pad. I'm very cold. I've been cold ever since I moved here. I don't even sweat in the summer. It never gets warm enough for me to sweat. No, the ferry goes from like near Morecambe, Heysham, but it comes across. I think it goes to I think it goes to Ireland actually. I do see that in the distance. They used to come from Fleetwood, but there was a problem, and nobody would pay for the like the whatever it is to be dredged. You know, the canal thing, not the canal, but you know, the way into the harbour. So the big boats had to stop coming. Oh, you're still here, Cindy, right? Okie dokie. So when the big boats stopped coming, of course the fishing boats stopped coming, and Fleetwood just went to the dogs, really. You know, when I was young, we used to catch the ferry here at Fleetwood and go across to the Isle of Man. But that's all stopped now because the channel's not deep enough now for the boats, yeah. Because nobody will dredge it. And then they took away the train. The train used to come into Fleetwood. And they stopped the train and they've ripped up all the train lines. So, you know, it's like the land that time forgot. It used to be a thriving city, Fleetwood, yeah. Or a thriving town, I should say. Oh, God, third world round here, yeah. You only have to go to Blackpool to see that. Or Fleetwood. I know I said there was no multicultural, but they've all arrived. We won't go into that, but we've all arrived. Unannounced, let's just say. And they have not come to work. They've come to abuse our benefit system. I don't know whether you have them over there or not, Chris, but we're overrun with them here. They're like mice. You let one in and they all breed. Yeah, we're bad enough before they arrived. But since they've arrived, it's gone right downhill. But you can't say anything. You're not allowed to say anything. You're not allowed to open your mouth over here. I always thought it was a free country, but it doesn't seem to be. When you think about it, England or Britain is such a tiny country. If we have any more people on board, it'll sink. The whole country will sink down with all the weight of the people standing on it. We'll be like Hong Kong in a bit, where you can't breathe for people. I couldn't live anywhere like that, could you? When you see these videos of Hong Kong, when you see the town centre, thousands of people. It tickles me when you see them on the underground and they're pushing them on, aren't they? Oh, I know. I'm getting colder and colder. I'm so glad it's nearly time to go to bed. At least I'll be warm when I get in my bed. Oh, I don't know. They're probably on strike, aren't they? Touching wood, our bin men are lovely here. You know, you always hear of places where they're really jobs worthy and they won't take this and they won't take that. Ours are absolutely lovely here, yeah. They must be in dispute or something if they're not getting the bins. I didn't even know they weren't. I hope ours don't go on strike. I can't go to the tip. I haven't got a car anymore. We always had too much rubbish. Our Ian was always. He used to be at the tip that much. He was practically one of the staff. Oh, is that what it was? The witching hour. I wonder what it was for. Oh, I haven't opened one today, have I? I haven't opened my today one. The box today. It's the box. Oh, can't get in it. Are you ready? Are you ready? Can't see what it is. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. Can't open it. This desk is beginning to look like, I don't know what. There's not a spare inch on my desk now. It's good you can't see it. What's in it? Whoever sealed it up good and proper. I still can't get in it. Oh, at last. At last, at last. Oh, the door. It just goes into the hall. Oh. I think it's a smasher. I want a heavy curtain at my front door. But I need to get a curtain rail, don't I? So put that with my other bits and bobs. Oh, oh God. Yeah, another 10 minutes and then I'll be gone because it's so cold. No, this door's glass, isn't it? So I don't keep noise. Every door in this house has got about a 3-inch gap underneath it. Well, no, about an inch gap underneath it. The door to the conservatory is closed with a draft excluder because there's a gap like that. And the front door's got a draft excluder. But I need a curtain for the front door. I haven't replied to the last lot. I can't find that pattern anywhere, the one that everybody wants the pattern for. I have looked everywhere. I've looked on Serda, I've looked on Etsy, I looked on eBay, found one, but it had been sold and there weren't any more. So sadly, I can't understand it because it's a nice pattern. You know, there's all kind of mingy-mangy patterns on Etsy, but that one isn't there. A door gap to stop mould. God, I don't need one to stop the mould. I've got a draft excluder at my patio, my conservatory door as well because there's a gap under that. So I've got draft excluders all over the house. But the door to the conservatory's got a gap down the side. I've put some of that sticky stuff, you know, that foam, trying to stop the draft coming through there. It's a drafty house, this. If I shut that door, though, it makes no difference because I said there's a gap underneath it like that and it's all glass. So it's blinking cold. I shut my bedroom door because that's a proper wooden door. Yeah, you're late, Lydia. I'm just going off in 2 minutes. No, 10 minutes I'm going off. Because I'm cold and I want my bed. I put my nightie on the radiator so it'll be warm, but the radiator's not on. So it'll be cold again. I cannot bear being cold. It just affects me everything. You had errands again. Well, you've got to do your errands, haven't you? Yeah, Lydia's here. They stopped doing the buy one, get one free over here, I think. There was a big outcry about, you know, especially on food, about people being obese and getting buy one, get one free on all the cheap food. They tried to make our portions smaller. They tried to make everything smaller. But what people will do is they'll buy two. You know, it's just... It's just silly. You can't force people to diet if they don't want to. You know, dieting is something you've got to want to do. I haven't even thought. I can't buy food really for Christmas because my fridge isn't working properly. I mean, you've never heard it kick in all the time you've been on here, have you? You never heard the motor starting up like it used to. We've got 2 or 3 places here that are like the equivalent to your dollar store. We've got Poundland, but it's not a pound anymore. Probably a bit like your Dollar Tree. Probably nothing in there's a dollar anymore, is it? It's like our Pound Bakery. That used to be a pound. It's not anymore. You used to be able to get a pasty for a pound and 2 sausage rolls for a pound. You can't anymore. It's a misnomer. But that's what they've always been known as, you see, Poundland and Pound Bakery. So people keep the name. No, $9 is probably, is it about £7.50 or something like that? It used to be, when I was young, a dollar used to be 50p over here. But then with all the things that have changed and whatnot, it's really altered everything. I don't know what a dollar's worth over here now. It's not pound for pound, I know that. Chris is usually good at working these things out, what $9 is worth in the UK. It's like the euro. I mean, the euro is not a pound. I think so. I don't really know. Yeah. As I say, I'm not an expert on things like that. All I know is that knitting patterns on Ravelry, if it says like $8, they usually cost probably about £6 something or £7. Yeah. It depends where you shop over here. Yeah. You have an Italian food. Woo! Yeah, well, I'm going in a minute because I'm cold. Oh, yeah, euros are not a pound. I thought that €1 was £1, but it's not. All these different currencies, we can't get it sorted, can we? It was bad enough when we went decimal. I never sorted that lot out. We lost out enormously when we went decimal, didn't we? Everything went up in price after we went decimal, and they said it wouldn't. But then they lie to us, don't they? The government always lies to us. You can't trust anything these days. You can't trust anything you read. You can't trust anything you hear on the telly. You don't know whether it's real news, fake news, what the hell. You don't know anymore. My house is cold when I get up in the morning. It's freezing. It used to be warm in my bedroom because it gets the sun, but it's no sun now. Can't remember when I last saw the sun. Yeah, we got done, didn't we, when we went decimal? Everything went up in price. I don't care what they say, it did. Well, it's only super confusing to anybody who's not grown up with it, I suppose. But I was used to it. And then when they changed it to decimal, it was all like we had to relearn everything. Yeah, I need my bed. I'm just getting colder and colder. I'm going to put this heating pad back in the microwave again and go and find the other one. I have to have two. And I'm going to leave my socks on tonight. I don't wake up with my socks, but I go to bed with my socks on. When I wake up, I have to find them. These are at the bottom of the bed somewhere. I must take them off. Half a crown's 2 and 6pence, which is what, about 12.5p. Used to be worth something in the old days. Half a crown. You could buy something with half a crown. It's funny, but nobody ever used to use the word crown. You never had a crown. You know, there was always half a crown, but there was never a crown. Oh, the hit. Do you remember the farthing? I'm so old, I remember the farthing. They did a halfpenny at first, didn't they, in decimal, but then they soon got rid of it. Yeah, the farthing used to have a little robin or something on the back of it. I used to have a load of them, but I gave them to my niece. She took them into school for their memory or whatever they called it. Like old-fashioned things that they had at school. She took all the old coins, yeah. Yeah, £1 note and a 10 bob note. I can remember getting 4 gallons of petrol for £1. Yeah, I gave all mine to my niece's school when I moved. I had a £1 note, a 10 bob note, and all the other currency, pre-decimal. Pre-decimalisation. Yeah, good night, sweetheart, yeah. I used to like watching Foyle's War. That was set in the water. Why, where are you two going in the morning? You got a date with Nathan, Dolly? There's something going on here, Chris, we're missing. I need it to be warm to wear this, don't I? Because it's quite open work. I'll be watching Talking Pictures at 5 o'clock. I like that programme, if you like old-fashioned things. Got an itchy arm. Oof, dear me, excuse me. That's me Coca-Cola. Oh, I need to take my pills before I go. Oh, I haven't took my other pills. Oh, I can't be bothered. Can't be bothered taking the other 13. Yeah, Talking Pictures, it comes on the telly, and they show snippets of old things, and you girl with leggings and a jumper. Sorry, Dolly. That picture doesn't fill me with delight. I don't think it's on at the moment, Falls War. You might be able to find it on YouTube, I suppose. I used to like the guy who was supposed to have one leg in the series. His sidekick. Tell you what I used to like as well, Strike. I believe it's coming back on again, isn't it? That reminded me talking about somebody with one leg. The actor he didn't really have one leg, but he was supposed to in the series. And Strike. It was written by J.K. Rowling, wasn't it? Strike, I think. It's quite holy, isn't it? That I'll have to save that for summer. Right, I've used up my ball, what was on the floor now, so I can stop now. Take my so-called painkillers that don't seem to do anything. And I'm not, I haven't took them yesterday either, my other pills. I hate taking pills, I hate them. When you line all of them in a row, probably 13 of them. I'm not checking them. No, she said, see you in the morning, Dolly. And I said, why, where are you going? Yeah, I take 13 every day. It's free to join. You don't have to pay. Talking Pictures, you don't pay, you just join. All right, T-hole. Right, if you want to know what I'm doing, it's another vintage pattern. Another old pattern. I don't think I'm doing the crochet buttons, though. But you never know. I might do. I might do. I might do. Right, folks, I'm going to go now because I'm cold and I want my bed. So thank you all for keeping me company, and I'm going to go take all my makeup off and get in my bed. I do that while my heat pads. Oh, God, I'm cold. I'm not wearing this tomorrow. I'm going to wear something warmer. God, it's cold. I swallow mine sometimes with me stomach medicine, the antacid. I swallow one with that sometimes. Kill two birds with one stone, yeah. All right. I'm going to go. My little fingers. That finger's bending now. It won't straighten out anymore. Oh, it's fun getting old. Don't get old, Chris. It's fun. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.